What's up, family? It's the one and only Humble Stunner like no other. And I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see me drop, right? And you want to know exactly every time I drop, hit that push notification button. Just click the little bell. Every time the video is uploaded, you will know first. Alright? So if you've been rocking me so far this whole entire time, or you somebody new, make sure you watch my previous videos so you get to know me a little bit better. But this is Humble Stunner. And this video is going to be a little bit different. Well, no, it's not going to be different at all, actually. So it's going to be a third video about the topic of basketball, right? And today is Thursday, May 19th. And at 8:30, Boston and Miami play. And this series it's a 1-0 series, and Miami has upper hand right now. And I'm not really worried about that right now. I'll make another video for this, for the third round. But I definitely want to talk about what happened in the second round. But we know about Miami. You know that. You know they won easily 2 games. I'm talking about the game 7s. I'm talking about not Golden State where they no Ja Morant, you feel me? Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the 2 game 7s. Phoenix versus Mavs, Bucks versus Boston. And we're first gonna talk about the Western Conference because that's how we handle things here, right? So first of all, I watched both these games, and like I said, if you don't know already, I watched a lot more basketball than I did last year. And the competitiveness in the playoffs right now is beautiful brand of basketball. The only thing I don't like right now is the refs, but we gotta make another video about that at the end of the season. But or not, we're just gonna leave it. I guess the NBA will fix it, or they want the league to be like this. But it's a lot of super late bias calls. But anyway, let's talk about the bread and butter. And we're gonna talk about Phoenix. We're going to talk about how they lost Game 7 on their court. Silence by the crowd. Silence. The disappointment and the foolery, the clownery they didn't put on a self because of all the smack they've been talking all season. And I don't have no problem with no team. I'm just expressing my feelings on how sad they went out, right? They lost by like 50-something. I was watching the game. A reporter said second quarter in. Reporter said Devin Booker 0 for 8. 8 shots. What? He took 8 shots, missed 0. In the second quarter. I said, oh, wow, it's them time games. Then I see 2 for 14, still same quarter. Chris Paul. 1 point. I said, oh, nah. Meanwhile, Luka got 8 boards, 12 points. Mavs lighting up, 3-point. They living and dying by the 3-point line. Living and dying by the 3-point line. And they shot it up crazy. And Luka started with the energy, came out and started playing like that. I don't know what happened. The disappointment with Phoenix is the confusion and the scrambleness on that court. And we all know Monty Williams is a great coach. I don't want to mistake that at all. I'm not saying anything about the team in general. I thought the team was going to play way better. I'm talking about Game 7 specifically. Chris Paul didn't show up. Devin Booker didn't show up. And the rest of the team did not show up, even on that defensive end. They let people shoot in their face. Chris Paul got babied the whole game. Luka turned him into a baby. We cannot call Chris Paul CP3 no more. We call him Christopher for Game 7. He a point guy. I appreciate Chris Paul. I actually love his game, actually. But I'm just saying right now, Game 7 was embarrassing. But regardless of that, I want to talk about Devin Booker, the one that was mocking Luka, the one that's doing something for his team and pushing him into the playoffs. Luka by himself with no help needed. Devin Booker was never in a playoff conversation or even a thought in mind in the playoffs before Chris Paul got there. Not taking his credit away, I love how Devin Booker played. But I'm just saying that performance was crazy. It was disappointing as hell. If anybody kids on here, excuse my language, should not repeat that word. But anyway, yeah, this team right here, Phoenix, I don't know what was going on. I know, like I said, I know the coach is good. And another person I want to talk about is DeAndre Ayton. I know he didn't get a lot of touches in the Game 7. I know it was talked about a lot. And during the season, he was averaging 20 before Chris Paul got there. He was a great player. They should have been giving him the max. But he's been working his butt off the whole entire season for that max. Not for it, but he already deserved the max. Obviously, none of these players on our name play good. But DeAndre Ayton is someone that deserves to get the max. And I feel like they lost even worse because of how they didn't put the ball in the Bigs' hands. Because that's what Jason Kidd was warning the Mavs about. And I don't want to say that. I might put a clip in here how the Mavs was acting before the game. I might have to just play in silence. But Phoenix was not mentally prepared for this game at all. What I seen in this video was crazy. It didn't seem like either seemed like having too much fun or they wasn't mentally locked in at all. I never seen anything like that. Ever.
Wrapping it up before hitting the court.
You got now the question of what's the future of the team looking like, because you have Chris Paul on the team. I'm not saying you're going to trade it, not saying anybody deserves to get traded off the team, but what's the Phoenix organization going to do? You got Chris Paul that's getting up there in age, was fatigued a lot in Game 7. I think that's the main reason why. Devin Booker had 11 points. He ended off the game with 11 points, and that was the most wild thing I've seen. And I said, oh, no. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. But we're going to talk about the Mavs and how they had Jalen Brunson step up, as well as the other shooters. Obviously, like I said, they live in die by the 3. And Mavs, Jason Kidd as a coach, I'm going to put that clip in here for sure right now.
Stay home, don't, stay home, don't. Jump, baseline, jump.
And the question is, like, is Luka controlled the he was the best player. He had been the best player in the league in the playoffs so far, in my opinion. Will they beat the Warriors? I don't know. We're going to get to that after. But we're going to talk about how Luka controlled the pace, the passing, the chemistry of that team, as well as Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had a little pep in his step just because of the disappointing, performances he had during the playoffs. But that's just great coaching and great, humility. And that's how I won't talk about the Mavs. They played a great brand of basketball and really, really surprised me. I thought they were going to win Game 7, but I didn't think they were going to win that by that much. But also, in my mind, Phoenix is in the finals, so I wasn't fully convinced myself about Mavs winning. But I just said it because I was just seeing how well Luka has played. Make sure you get some good coconut water, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, That's how I want to talk about the Mavs and the Phoenix. I'm gonna make 2 videos. I'm gonna make the Mavs and the Phoenix team. Mavs and Phoenix versus each other, and then I'm gonna do a Bucks and Celtics video by itself. But what we're gonna talk about now is with the Warriors, and like I said, they live and die by the 3. They don't have a lot of playmakers except Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie, unless he comes out going crazy. But at this moment right now, Mavs is down. Just played home court advantage Golden State on Wednesday, May 18th. And they lost by like 30. They was living and dying by 3, and it wasn't going well for the Mavs. And I feel like they could be a lot more aggressive in the paint. They were shying away from the paint. They didn't have a lot of penetrators, pause, on the team. But Jason Kidd will figure it out. I believe they'll go to a game 6. I think Golden State's still gonna win because how good they are and how many players they have. They are very versatile. Otto Porter, Andrew Wiggins, getting hella boards, Draymond Green. You know, they have a good balanced team, to be honest. And it's like they got a backup for each position. It's really crazy. And yeah, I think it's gonna go 6 games. I for sure believe that the Mavs will win at least 2 games. If not, hey, it's the Golden State Warriors, and we gotta see who they did without KD before, so it's nothing new to me. Nothing new to me. They have an organization they built up from the ground of players they invested in, and Mark Jackson grew up and pretty much developed them. So now they have this team. But Mavs has a great head coach, and we'll see exactly if they win. I'll be super surprised. It might just be on some Dirk Nowitzki, you know what I'm saying? Wildin' for me. Mavs, Luka's really taking that spot that Dirk had. But that's how I feel about both these teams. What's the next team coming up, or what's going on right now? And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Stay humble. Make sure you tune into the next video. I'm about to go over Bucks and Celtics. So I'm gonna catch y'all. Stay humble. Stay safe. Peace.